I really am running for the mayor of the city of St. John because I think this is a magnificent city. So what I've been telling hundreds and hundreds of St. Johners as I've gone door to door is I want to take my experience, my life experience, and my experience in the business world, being accountable for delivering on our objectives and actioning business plans, and take that and grow the city. So the concept, the vision for me for St. John is grow SJ. Growth doesn't solve every challenge we have in St. John, but it certainly helps. And there's three components to that for me. There's people, there's the economy, and there's leadership. So for people, what we have to do is we have to maintain services, the basic services that we enjoy as St. Johners. We have to grow the population, and we have to enhance the quality of life in St. John. Secondly, on the economy, we need a laser focus on results. We need to talk about taxation growth, jobs, and population growth. And that should be the focus. We should put measurements in place and make sure that we're focused on those objectives. And lastly, on leadership. Leadership is about taking the business experience that I've had, working in the corporate sector, working now as a small business owner in St. John, and take that experience and use it to build the team here in St. John. So it's not one guy, it's not I, it's we, it's St. John. It's all of us prospering and moving forward. And I believe in this city. It's a magnificent city. How do we move St. John closer to its full potential? Pour nos amis francophones, j'aimerais dire, je suis tellement fier. Je suis tellement fier d'être une citoyenne de Saint-Jean. Je suis tellement fier d'être une candidat pour maire ici à Saint-Jean. So tonight I'm looking forward to a great discussion. I'm looking forward to sharing my ideas and the vision that I have for St. John reaching its full potential. Thank you.
Mr. Darling?
Yeah, so I think that what Ms. Higgins just mentioned, I mean, yeah, it is unsustainable. I mean, in the last 10 years, we've had a $50 million increase in the costs in St. John. You know, we have a $150 million operation in which we spend every nickel of that by the time we've made debt payments and we've made pension top-ups, and it really leaves that investment left to enhance this community of St. John. It leaves it without any money. So it's not that we can't, it's that we don't have money often to repair or invest in making this community a better place, and that's why we have to grow it.
Mr. Darling?
Thank you. So, you know, look, for me, to grow a city, I think you need to have had direct responsibility and experience. I've worked all over Atlantic Canada. I've worked with one of Atlantic Canada's oldest organizations, 157 years old, and I was in the building and development industry. I've been involved in several thousand construction projects. So I know how to take ideas, and I know how to implement them, and I know how to get results. And I think that, you know, we need to take St. John, I agree in terms of growth, and we need to take St. John from the, we don't do that here city, and turn it into the yes we can city. And some of these strategies are very simple, and some of them are more complex, and you need someone that has been in that world and knows how to make things happen. The other thing that we need is we need a laser focus on results. So, you know, I've read a number of the economic development strategies. There's 30 plus of them. I'm unclear on what the focus is. We need a laser focus on 2 or 3 core objectives that lead to what we need for this city, and when we make measurement, we can't make excuses when we don't hit it.
Okay, open discussion.
So I think it's more than support implementation. I mean, I think we have to expect results. This city invests many hundreds of thousands of dollars, and when you take the broader range of economic development in the city, there's millions of dollars at hand, and it's not just expecting implementation; it's expecting results. That's what we need. We need the results in this city. We need the jobs created. That we cannot set measurement in this city, not meet those measurements, and then say they don't matter. I think it's very positive, first and foremost, that there's a surplus, you know, here in the city. And I think that when we talk about options with that surplus, how is that money reinvested? What are the priorities of the shareholders of this city in terms of taxpayers? Certainly, people have brought up water rates many times to me at the door, amongst many other concerns that they have. And I think that before we spend that money or recirculate that money, we should make sure that this is something that's sustainable. So you know, do we cut water rates or do we cut tax rates and find ourselves, because it's not sustainable, 12 months from now back in a hole again? So I think bringing a really disciplined approach to the dollars, the fiscal responsibility, management of our dollars in the city, and making sure that when we're making decisions, they're disciplined decisions and they're sustainable decisions.
Mr. Darling?
Thank you. So over the last 20 years, all of the roles that I've been in my corporate life have been revenue generating roles. So selling my company, selling my region, and I think that's directly applicable to growing St. John. Some of these strategies are very simple. The perception in St. John is that St. John isn't open for business. So what we've been doing isn't working. That some of the initiatives they do not have the right metrics in place that are customer focused. So you talk to people in the development and construction industry in St. John, and they believe that St. John has a lot of room for improvement. So we bring very practical solutions to the table, and we move that forward. Also, we create that environment, that larger open for business environment, so that not only do we get out there with the focus again on creating jobs, which goes closely with creating more population, growing the population in St. John, but also non-residential investment. So how do we create the right climate? And I agree, there are a lot of experts here in town. Put a very focused plan in place and make sure that the results are the focus.
Don Darling.
Thank you. So my vision is grow SJ. I've been talking about it now for weeks. I have the direct experience necessary to make it happen. I bring a fresh perspective to City Hall, fresh ideas. I'm not painted in the corner with any one approach. I'm focused on results. I'm going to be a positive champion, not only for the city of St. John, but for all the people of St. John. I've been from one end of the city to the other in the last 3 weeks, and I'm very humbled by the response that I've received. And I've made no promises that I can't keep, and it's easy for me to remember what I've said because I've spoken to my values and my principles and for my love of the city. So we've got Plan SJ, Move SJ, Play SJ, Zone SJ. It's now time for action for St. John to grow our economy, to create jobs, grow the population, and move our city ahead. So on May 9th, I ask that you support me. I will work as a full-time mayor with full commitment, full passion on behalf of all the citizens of St. John. Thank you.